Welcome to Picture Healer channel. Today we are going to look at the Luo Shu square or the magic square and its relationship to the 9 flying stars. And I will show you how the flying stars fly to different directions and the basic of getting the flying star chart. First, we have to talk about the Luo Shu and the He Tu. These two charts are basic of many different Chinese metaphysics, including Feng Shui. When we look at this pattern or diagram, it's very intriguing, and there's a story about the origin of these two charts. The Luo Shu pattern comes from the back shell of a turtle from the Luo River. And another story is the He Tu, the river map, comes from the dragon horse, also from the river. Nobody can verify the story, and we don't have any proofs of these animals. But these two patterns contains a lot of wisdom and can be very complicated. You can see it contains black dot and the white dot, and it also has a number 1 to 9. And their position also has significant meaning. Both of these charts have number 5 in the center. And on the opposite side, there's a relationship of the yin and yang numbers, or the even and odd numbers. We will focus on the Luo Shu today because that's very close to the 9 flying stars. When we translate the numbers of the dots, we will see the 9 is on the top and the 1 is on the bottom. And in the old Chinese map, the north is always on the bottom and the south is on the top. So the 9 is related to south and 1 is related to north. Number 3 is related to east and number 7 is related to west. And this is the basis of the 9 flying stars directions. The number 9 purple star belongs to the south, number 1 white star belongs to the north, number 8 white star belongs to the northeast, number 6 belongs to the northwest, and so forth and so on. When we put the numbers in 9 squares, it becomes the Luo Shu square, or we can call it 9 hall diagram or 9 palace diagram. And this is the original basic chart for the 9 flying star chart. The Luo Shu square is also called the magic square, and we can see why it's so special. When we look at this chart, you can add up all numbers from any direction, horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. They all add up to number 15. And if you don't consider the center number 5, they all add up to number 10. The south is 9, north is 1, so that adds up to 10. And east is 3, west is 7, that adds up to 10. And if you see diagonally, the northeast is 8 and southwest is 2. That also adds up to 10. And there's also a relationship of the odd number and the even number. You can see the south, north, east, and west. That's the center line of the square. It's all the yang number or the odd number. And the 4 corners, 2, 4, 6, and 8, that's all even numbers or the yin numbers. And we can also add the Bagua chart on top of the magic square. And the Bagua has 8 directions plus the center direction, so that will match the magic Luo Shu square. This way the meaning extends even more. In the traditional Bagua, there is a pre-heaven Bagua and the later heaven Bagua. The pre-heaven one represents a perfect world. So you can see the most yang. The 3 unbroken line is on the top, and the most yin is on the bottom. That's a 3 broken line. In Feng Shui practice, we usually use a pre-heaven Bagua for the tomb or setting up best Feng Shui for a cemetery. For the general residence, we use later heaven Bagua. That's the chart on the right. So when we combine the Bagua to the Luo Shu square, you can see number 9 purple star is in the Li direction in the south. Number 1 white star is in the north, the Kan direction. So based on the Bagua trigram symbol and its name, you can find a lot more relationships, such as a family member, or the 5 elements, or the reference to the I-Ching, the Book of Change. So that's a lot of information you can refer to by just looking at this chart. Now we are back to the flying star chart. We'll find out how the stars fly. All the 9 stars fly following the certain track, and the rules comes from the Luo Shu square. Here is a chart that's the same as the Luo Shu square with number 5 in the center. And you can see the 5 goes to 6, that's from center to northwest, and then goes to number 7, that's the west. And from 7 we go to number 8, that's from west to the northeast. And from number 8 to number 9, that's from northeast to the south. And from 9 we continue to number 1, that's south to north. And then after 1 we go to 2, that's from north to southwest. And then 2 to 3, that's southwest to east. And then you go to number 4, southeast, and then back to the center, number 5. All the flying stars follow the same rules. Starting from center, go to northwest, and then west, and then northeast, south, north, and then go to southwest, then east, and then southeast, and back to the center. For example, when star 6 goes to the center, we know the next number will be 7, that goes to northwest, and number 8 will be in the west, and number 9 will be in northeast, and the next will be number 1 in the south, and then next will be number 2 in the north, and then the number 3 in the southwest, number 4 in the east, number 5 in the southeast, and then back to number 6 in the center. This is actually the period 6 Feng Shui chart. The next example is when number 8 star flies to the center. And we can follow the same rules. First, it flies to the northwest, and that's number 9, and then flies to the west, that's number 1, and then flies to the northeast, that's number 2, and then south, number 3, and then north, number 4, and then southwest, number 5, east, number 6, and southeast, number 7, and then go back to number 8 in the center. And this is exactly the period 8 Feng Shui chart. Besides flying forward, the 9 flying stars can fly in reverse. It follows the same track as before, but instead of increasing the number, it reduces the number. For example, if the number 8 star is in the center and it's in the reverse flying direction, the next number will still be in the northwest, but instead of number 9, it will be number 7. And the next one will still be in the west, but it will go down 1 number, it becomes number 6. And the next number, it will still follow the same rules, goes to the northeast, it will be number 5. And the next one will be the south, number 4. And following that is the north, number 3. And then go to southwest, number 2. And then back to the east, number 1. And then go to southeast, number 9. And after that, go back to the center, number 8. So you can see the numbers are decreasing, but it still follows the same rules. So those are the 2 basic type of the flying star chart. One is flying forward with the increasing number, And the second type is a reverse flying. That just means with the number decreasing. There are many other different rules to set up the Flying Star Feng Shui chart. These are the very basic. When we are looking at the house chart based on the facing and the sitting direction, to find the mountain star and the facing star, it can get more complicated. If you are interested, I can set up some beginner lessons, maybe in a book format, and I can include more details. I hope you find this interesting. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.